good, YouTube? It's Credit Guy Frank here, coming to you today with another video. All right, y'all already know how we do it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video if you get value from this content. All right, I ain't gonna waste none of y'all time, so let's get straight into it. All right, as you guys know, I'm Credit Guy Frank, and I want to talk to you guys today about the importance of capitalizing on your credit cards, growing your credit cards, increasing the limits on your credit cards, and the reason why I'm telling you guys these things step by step as far as cleaning your credit, okay? So you can have a clean personal credit. That means no negatives. Not a negative from 6 months, not a negative from 2 years, not a negative from 4 or 5 years. No negatives, all right? We know how to take all negatives off of our credit report. You feel me? I already made a video on it. So since we already know that, we can really skip all of the bullshit steps about, I can't do it because of this, I can't do it because of that, right? You got all the information. All you got to do is follow the steps. So the reason I tell you to do everything in the order which I tell you to do it is because when you don't have any negatives, okay? The point of you going to the bank and things like that is because you want to build a relationship with the bank, okay? You want to do this with auto loans. You want to do this with home loans. You want to do this with credit cards. You want to do this with regular loans. You want to do this with lines of credit, all right? Different banks. You want to utilize as many banks possible. You don't want to just bank with 2 banks and act like banks are going against each other as if the money is different, all right? So for all my Bank of America people, what beef do you have with Wells Fargo? And vice versa, right? Or if you're a Navy Federal Credit Union, what beef do you have with Bank of America? It doesn't make sense. Gather as much information and figure out how you can best get money from all these folk. Not just these people over here, not just these people over here. Banks got the same blue hundreds. All right? So when you're going to get credit lines and you're paying all of your accounts on time, the reason that you're doing that is because you want to build a relationship. And when I say build a relationship, I mean when you're paying on time 3 to 6 months, every 3 to 6 months, call them and demand an increase, all right? Because if you're paying them on time every single month, why wouldn't they give you an increase? You understand? Like, if I'm paying you, the whole point is to build trust. So if I'm paying you to build my trust in a certain amount of time, 3 to 6 months, wink, wink, then you'll automatically get approved for increased lines of credit. And that's how you begin to build your credit on the finance side, because they're going to start you off with like a $300 or $500 credit card. Unless you already had a store card like a JCPenney's or something like that. But usually females get store cards and things like that, like Victoria's Secret. Usually that's the females who get those cards, right? Guys, we usually start off at a credit card. It's a little $300 or $500 limit credit card. If you already had a Victoria's Secret credit card, maybe not. Then they'll probably start you off with $2,000, $2,500 the most, all right? Nothing more than $2,500 they're gonna start you off with. Trust me, I know, I do this every single day, okay? So because they don't start you off with a high credit limit, that means that you have to build it. You have to build it by building a relationship with them, all right? That doesn't mean that you have to have every single loan through one bank. I'm not saying do that, but most definitely when you're paying these people back, demand an increase. It's only right. It's only right that you go from $500 to $1,500 to $2,500 to $5,000 to $10,000 to $20,000, $25,000, right? And that's on the personal side. That's not talking about including trade lines and different things like that, to where we can finesse the credit bureaus into having much higher credit limits when we're going to apply for different things, all right? Also remember, I know how to get multiple credit cards under one inquiry. Multiple. So you can get 5 credit cards at one time, all right? And if your credit profile is set up right, like how I want it to be, which is no negatives, okay? At least 5 accounts. Y'all should be writing this down. no negatives, at least 5 total accounts, at least 5 years of credit history, and at least $10,000 behind you showing on your credit report of $10,000 or more, because that's what the credit bureaus want to see. If you're trying to lend to somebody, do you really think that you want to see $2,000, $3,000 behind somebody and they're trying to get $10,000, $15,000? Why would somebody do that? All right? Now, all we got to do is play their game. In order to be successful in life, you have to play the financial game. You have to. And the financial game is credit, guys. It's credit. I wish it was something else. Trust me, I've done it. I've done it all. I've been in the streets. I got money out the streets already. You know what I'm saying? I've been up. I've been down. Right? I've been there. Trust me. Credit is the way. I wouldn't be in this house. If it wasn't for credit, I would not be in my house. All right? I would not drive the cars that I drive. I wouldn't have the money that I got. You feel me? I wouldn't be able to invest freely in the Bitcoin and the metaverse and trucking and rentals and real estate, and I wouldn't be able to do these things. I wouldn't be able to help my friends' businesses. Right? I simply wouldn't be able to do it without credit. I preach it to you guys. If it doesn't matter, personal credit, business credit, age corp, trust me, guys, there's always the next level. There's always the next level. So if you have good credit, you need to be getting funded for having good credit. Don't just be walking around with good credit just to say you got good credit. Or just to say you can get a low interest rate. Who cares? No, don't nobody care. You need bread. If you can get money from that credit, now people care. And I'm here to tell you that if you listen, it's early January. I'm here to tell you that by March, April, you could be up $250,000. Literally, it takes 30. If you have messed up credit right now, by April, you can have $250,000. Literally. You can have $250,000. I will literally show you exactly how to clean your credit step by step, further than the video I made, right? Because I know some people can look at the video, they can just follow all the steps, they good. Some people like, hey man, I understand, I get it, but I really don't have the time or things like that. I get it, trust me, I get it. Before I did this 24/7, I didn't really have the time to do it like that, right? I get it wholeheartedly, and that's why I'm here, all right? So your credit can be clean within 30 to 45 days, all right? You can have trade lines on there, meeting the bare minimums. You can already be getting funded. I'll show you all of my tricks. Look, until you get 5 inquiries, the credit bureaus will stop denying you. They will start denying you credit cards. 5 inquiries or loans or things like that, right? So if I tell you that I know how to get 5 credit cards under 1 inquiry, before they deny you, you'll have 25 credit cards already. 25 credit cards already. High limit credit cards. 10,000 or more. 25 times 10 is what? Bare minimum. At least $250,000. Just in credit cards. But that's the security blanket. We're not talking about loans. We're not talking about lines of credit. We're not talking about any of that. We're not talking about business. We're talking about just personal. Just personal. All right? Listen, this knowledge is unlimited. It's unlimited. If you can't use it, please, please do your family some justice. Do your friends some justice and pass this message on. If you don't want to be successful, if you don't want to be financially free, if you don't want to be able to look at anybody and help them financially, if you just want to shit on everybody, I mean, that's fine, all right? That's you, but that's not me, all right? On this channel, we're going to learn, we're going to grow together, we're going to work together, all right? It's Credit Guy Frank here coming to you today with another video. You know what's up. I'm out.